Hello, and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've already been here. I'm Cher Melancholy, and today I'm going to be doing a look inspired by Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls, using the palette from the Revolution Beauty collab that they did. I had so much fun creating this look, so stay tuned if you want to see how I did it. Let's go! Alright y'all, so those who have been here and seen me do videos before, as per usual, I'm going in with a micellar water wipe and just wiping any extra oil that is accumulated on my face. My brows actually need to be done, so that's why I started with it first this time around. And you're gonna see me take a razor to them in a second to start clearing off that excess hair, excuse me. Oh, I can't talk. My brows are, you can probably tell, are also a different color from my hair on my head because I had bleached my brows about a week or so ago. And it's funny because I feel like when my brows are their natural color, they last quite a bit. But for whatever reason, it seems like whenever I bleach my brows, it feels like they grow in faster. I don't know. Maybe I just notice it more. Also, if you see me looking away, it's because I'm watching Legendary while I'm doing my makeup. If you have not watched it and you have an HBO account, please go do. It is absolutely amazing. But yeah, I just went in with that same razor too and just cleaned up little spots on my face. I haven't had time to sit down and do my full beauty regime in a minute with my work schedule, but I'm trying to get back on the board with that. Next, I'm going right in with the Hydro Grip Primer by Milk Makeup and applying that all over my face. I'm also drinking tea. Stay hydrated, y'all. And of course, I always go in with a damp beauty blender and start applying my foundation over my entire face. I've been making it a point too to also apply my foundation over my eyelids. I was a bit more meticulous with this makeup application today, or yeah, last night rather, because I didn't have anywhere to be. I was just watching Legendary and decided I wasn't doing anything. So I need to use times like that to be creating work, and this is what I did. And you can see me trying to be like sparing and going in and covering the whole face. You can tell though I've gotten a tan. Like the foundation still matches, but it's a slightly off, you know? Slightly. So after cleaning the foundation off my jewelry, I went right in with my lightest concealer and applied that under the middles of my eye, my upper lip, and my chin. And you'll see I went a little bit slower this time and tried to be more careful where I placed things just to see how I like the finished look. So then I went back in with my second concealer, which is a little bit closer to my skin, excuse me, to do in the middle corners of my eye, the outer corners, outside of my chin, and the center of my nose. Then I go in with my deeper concealer, do that under my lip, the center of my brows, into my nose, and the bottom of my nose, because I was going for a more button shape. And I still applied the contour on right under my cheekbones and downward to give me a more sculpted looking face, and then just follow the lines on my jawline to go over that. And then, like I said in my last one, if you caught that one, I go in with a slightly lighter contour. You see me wiping that off because I had made the mistake of using the wrong using my concealer shade instead of my contour shade. But I apply it right above and below that contour on my cheekbones so that it gives me more of a gradual color story rather than just light, dark, you know? So then I go back in with that damp beauty blender and I blend out all of my concealed spots first. I just find that I get a nicer blend when I do all the light stuff first and come back in with the dark, because then it starts to mix in. And I was being very careful, didn't want to change the texture of my face, and was just trying to follow the directions of the lines that I drew. And to be honest, I think it actually came out pretty good. You'll see too, I used a different powder and I was really light with my application. My only thing I didn't care for, I think, at the end was could have blended the contour on my cheeks a little bit better. But other than that, I thought it looked pretty good. But now you see me blending the in-between with the lighter contour on the outsides. Because again, I'm trying to go from lightest to darkest, just for that evenness in color, shade, and gradients rather than lines of color, you know? So this is that line I was talking about. You see me blending above and below to get it like blended out. I think what I would do is maybe next time move the contour line that goes down alongside my mouth just a little bit, maybe less, or maybe I'll switch and use my lighter contour shade to help me blend it out. The spray does a good job of hiding it, but I think it could be better. You know what I'm saying? And of course, after I spray my face for the first time after that base, I go in and with the beauty blender again to blend that spray back into my face. So now we're going to go in with some setting powder by Beauty Bakery in the shade Oat. And like I said in my last video, I really didn't like how much powder I use, so you see me trying to be really delicate with that application. I ended up using it on my nose, and look how well it disappears. Like, no, you can't detect that powder, and it's just a blurring effect. Like, I just applied it to spots that I normally sweat, you know, collect oil. So I did around my nose, down the bridge of my nose, under my chin, and under my eye. And I had to like slow down because I was like, yo, you're about to powder your whole face. But it set it, and the texture was different, but it didn't make it dry. I don't know how to explain it. I would just say it was blurring. Then I went in with another layer of the setting spray and went back to blending it in. Sorry, y'all. I was very engrossed in this show. I've been meaning to watch it, and then a coworker like put me onto it. And I was almost done with the first season. So your girl was like very obsessed. So yeah, now I'm going back in, of course, cleaning my body jewelry for all the spots I got concealer and contour on. So now you see me using that darker brownish setting spray I have, because I was trying to see something, because I didn't want to use the oat, damn it, I didn't want to use the oat setting powder just in case it provided the wrong shade that I was looking for. But I think this is the part here when once I applied that powder, it does something where it doesn't mix with my foundation and formulas, and that frustrates me. So I think I like the brown of that shade with my foundation, but I do not like the way it sits on my skin. And I feel like once I went to go blend it out, like, look how nice it looks, but there's something about it the way it doesn't blend out. And now doesn't it look like I have a dark mark on my cheek? I hate that. So maybe next time I try it, I will go and try it with the oat setting powder and see if that makes a difference to give me the same look that I'm looking for. So now I go in and prime my eyelids with the P base. I don't like the owner, but I really do like this eyeshadow base. To be clear, it's the only product I bought from the line, and I don't see myself purchasing anything else. But in case anybody was wondering, it's a really good eyeshadow base. Just, yeah. So I'm trying to carve out a shape here, because to be honest, I didn't really know what kind of look I was going to do. I just know that I was going to use the palette for this, and I knew that I was going to do some sort of blue gradient. And again, my eyes are not even, or they're even, but it's my brow. I don't know. I can't really tell you what it is. All I know is that I prefer my left eye over my right a lot of times, which I'm trying to get better at, to make them even, because I have a bad habit of focusing on one eye more than the other. So I go right in with the lightest blue shade from the Bubbles palette in my inner corner. And I gotta say, the packaging, I've bought a few things from Makeup Revolution. The packaging that they do for their collabs and stuff are so cute. This Bubbles palette is probably about the size that you can hold it in your palm. It's not a very big palette, but I feel like it's built that way, and it's a cute thing that you can just toss in your bag if you want to do a makeup look on the go. It had, I believe, 4 different blues, and 3 of them were 3 glitters. Yeah, 3 blues, 3 glitters, excuse me. One was a dark blue glitter, and the other 2 were silvery glitters. And I don't know, I just didn't want to sweep this whole color across my whole eye, so you see me switching it up by putting the lighter color on the outside. And I ended up doing a gradient. I think I liked how it came out. I've been trying to push myself when it comes to my makeup looks. Of course, I'm not, you know, as fantastic as your bigger content creators, but I genuinely like doing makeup, and it's something that I'm trying to better myself in. But yeah, the only thing about that palette though is it does not have a mirror inside of it. So that would be the one inconvenience if you were trying to just take it with you on the go. But granted, the palette was only like $10, so you win some, you lose some type of thing, you know? But yeah, overall, I think it's a really cute palette. So I went in with the second lightest shade, which turned out to be my favorite blue in the whole palette. Oh my god. Like, it's the perfect, like, candy sky blue. And I just went in behind the shade that I already did, just to add a little bit of depth into it. And I don't know who was responsible, but look at that gradient. Look at that. Like, they did such a good job of picking the blues. So then I go in with the deepest blue in the palette to connect that top piece, because I wasn't sure what I was going to put in the top, but look how nicely they marry together. Like, oh, disgusting how good it is. So I then just took that darkest blue shade and just followed it right underneath my eye, because I think I'm used to stopping my looks right on my lid, and I didn't want to do that. So I was trying something different by bringing it below, and I definitely saw some inspiration where someone used like white liner on their waterline on their lower lash, and that was something I wanted to give a shot just to see how it looked, making my eyes look bigger. So because I wanted to make sure all the eyeshadow looks came from this specific palette, I ended up applying that silvery shimmery color right on top of my eyelid, which was the darker silver of the two. And like I said, the only other shimmer they had with, like, out of the two silvers was a blue one, and I was worried that if I put that one in the middle of my eyelid, it would have been just too dark. So I put the darker silver in first, and then go over it with the lighter one. You're seeing me like process this as I do it, trying to figure out what exactly I want to do. So you see me going in with the second lightest shade of blue that I used to fill in that space, because I was worried that if I went in with dark blue again, it would have been too dark and it wouldn't have matched with what was already on my eyelids. So I think that actually worked out, and then I ended up sweeping that under my eye as well to, you know, make sure the colors were all matched. And it looked pretty good, but you can see that the look is patchy. Just a little bit. Um, Not all the colors are like that. Some of them applied no problem, others didn't. And not, oh, just so you know, you see, that's me using the white liner from that set as well, in my waterline. But, yeah, some of it, I don't know how much, no matter how much I tried to pack it on, it wasn't necessarily sticking. I do have double an eyelid crease though, so that may not mean anything to you. Also, the blue is staining because I did wash my face off afterwards and it was a little bit difficult to get the blue off. So just bear that in mind. Okay, and just because I felt like this look needed a little bit of more structure, I went in with a blue lip / eye pencil that I have. I think it was from that collection as well. And just went out and shaped it a little bit to carve it to give it some more delineage. I think I could have probably flared the inner corner out. I think did something with the design there. I think would have made it look more clean. But overall, it was doing what I needed to do. What I needed it to do for the time being. You're also about to see me make my eyebrows blue. I really don't know what I was thinking with that. It doesn't matter because the wig I ended up wearing had bangs. But probably not my bestest choice. I just didn't like how they looked. And I didn't have a wig to match it. So, yeah. So at this point, I'm pretty much done. I'm just going back in and touching things up. I was trying to blend out that above my eye crease a little bit more so that it didn't look so blotchy. And I wanted to tie in the lower, under my eye a little bit more. So I'm going in with that darker blue, blending it out. I think I go in with the lighter one too. Just going back and forth and mixing between the three blues to create the stronger gradient that I was looking for. And see, my eyebrows don't look bad. I think it's just because I forgot Bubbles was a blonde, but I knew I didn't have a blonde wig. It didn't make sense to give her dark hair. So I think in the end, I probably should have just went with brownish brows, just to lighten it a little bit, and I think it would have been fine. But like I said, you couldn't see it anyway because the wig has bangs. So now I've gone in with that same blue pencil and used it to outline my lips. There was a lip color collection to go with this, but I know I didn't get it. I'm not sure why I didn't. I don't know if I just didn't like the shade options or if they were too similar to something I already had. But I just decided to do blue lips. Because why not? Like, Bubbles still has like a sweetness about her. Very candy-esque. This like blue is beautiful. My lip shape was just really popping that night. I don't know what was going on. Normally she's a little wonky, but I don't know. I saw the vision and I just went for it. So yeah, but I knew I wasn't gonna fill it in blue. So then you see me going with this pinky color from KBD Cosmetics. You know, back when it was still the actual written out one. And I just took that flat brush. I always use that as my lip brush and blended that out into the blue. I really liked how it came out. It was cute. I think I would do it again. I think too, since I was watching Megan Thee Stallion was one of the judges, and they gave her a red lip, and she had like a black liner, and I don't know who her makeup artist is, but they did such a good job with it. So, of course, because Bubbles is this like baby, soft, silly kindergartner, I went in with like the pinkish blush I had and took out once again the infamous liquid blush. And
It's weird because the first time, maybe I didn't use this shade, and I think I used 2 shades together. It didn't show up the way I thought it would. But maybe that was for the best. You know, maybe it would have been really wild. But I ended up layering another blush on top of it from my blush trio by ABH. And I used the berry and the peach shade just to give me some more pink. And you're going to see me blush my nose as well because I thought, why not? I feel like this would be the perfect time and the perfect look to do it. More blush. She was like, once again, more blush because pink cheeks, y'all. Rosy cheeks. And of course, I already knew this, even though I love a matte lip, that I was going to go in with a lip gloss because something about this look, it being youthful, it being sweet, I just thought a shiny lip would look best for this. Ooh, I had that lip combo. I'm definitely going to have to do that again. And of course, your girl got to set the whole finished look, okay, with some setting spray. And I did not bronze, which was not on purpose. I completely forgot and didn't realize I forgot until afterwards. But again, I think it worked in my favor because you couldn't see my forehead, you know? And then I tried to use this highlighter I had with this like purple, blue, silver combo, but it was just not giving. I personally think it's time for it to hit the trash bin. So I just went in with the Rare Beauty palette, this little palette of shimmers, and use that instead, the little blue color along with the silver one that they have. And it did what I needed it to do. I was just trying to add a little bit of light to my face. I didn't highlight my cheeks either, or my upper lip like I normally do. And I think it works. So yeah, I'm pretty much done at this point. Let's check out the final look. And that is the final look. I didn't have a blonde wig, so this was the closest that I could get. Definitely on my list. I think though the curls definitely work for Bubbles, with her being like super sweet and innocent. So I feel like these curls definitely fit for this look. Very, very babyish. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.